So we're doing a Entrepreneur TV live video from Japan. Could everyone please give a big round of applause? Okay, all right, we'll come around this way so everyone can see. We have first of all Yayo here, who is our translator. That's very good. And then we also have Yoshi, who we're just having a conversation with.
Thank you.
Okay. And Yoshi, right now you're in Hokkaido.
Yes.
And we were talking about how to turn a request into an opportunity. And Yoshi started by saying, I need a mentor and I need the right people to help me to start my business. And then I said, well, as long as you need it, you'll never get it. But if we turn it into an opportunity, then it will find its way to you very quickly. So do you want to share your business idea? What is the business?
我々の町をですね、8000人の町
Our town is a town of 8,000 people.
Or you can talk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Town of 8,000
Yeah, a town of 8,000 people.
空港が近くて、
And the airport is nearby.
で 100% ナチュラル
And 100% natural
ミネラルウォーターで暮らして
mineral water is serving us.
Okay.
で、かつスキー場も10
And on
分
top of that, within 10 minutes, there is a skiing resort.
Okay.
チャレンジは
But the challenge
ホテルがない
is that we don't have hotels, accommodation.
Really?
本当ですか？
すごく遠いところにあるんですけれども
I mean that the hotels are located, but they're out there, so far,
山の上にあります
on top of the mountains.
So if people wanted to come to your village, is there anywhere they can stay?
じゃあ、そこの村に行きたいと思ったとしたらば、どこに泊まればいいんですか？
町に公共施設はあるんですけれどもすごく限られている
There is only limited accommodation on top of that. It's a public facilities.
So what's your solution? What's the business going to be?
でどういう事業にしたらばそれが解決できるんですかね？
一番ダイレクトなのは
I think the direct solution will be Airbnb, like
Okay.
business model.
So you have people there who'd be happy to be on Airbnb?
じゃあ B&B みたいな民泊を OK してくれるような人たちはいらっしゃるんですか？
それは難しいです
That would be hard.
Why?
なんで難しいんだろう？
2つあって
There are two reasons.
一つは
One,
行政の規制
the government regulation.
もう一つは
Second,
それをやろうとするアントレプレナーがいない
they are not entrepreneurs who want to start that business.
Okay. All right. But do they have spare rooms that if the government was okay with them renting out their rooms, they could do that?
でももし政府の規制が緩和されたとしたらば、それはできる人たちっていうのはいらっしゃるんですかね？余分なお部屋を持っているので、ここ貸してもいいよっていう人は。
貸してもいいよという人は潜在的にはいます
Yes, potentially yes.
Okay. All right. So that's a potential for your business idea,
と
right?
いうことは、それが潜在的なビジネスアイデアですね。
Yeah. But don't you have also a problem that most of the people who are in this village don't speak English?
でも、英語が話せないというもう一つのハードルもありますよね。
非常にその通りで
That's
す
so true.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? We had a conversation yesterday in the car from the airport. Do you remember that, Yayo?
で私もですね、空港のお迎えに一緒に行ったので、空港の帰りの車の中でこの話を聞いてるんですが、
We were talking about Yayo's future job.
実はですね、私の未来の事業の話をしまして、通訳のですね。
And Yayo, what did I say to you? You can say it in English first and you can say it in Japanese. Was the prospect of translators in the future?
The translators of the future is zero. We will be replaced by machines, AI. No future.
By the way, let me show everyone something on my screen up here. Okay, wait, I'm just going to come up here for a second. Yesterday I told Yayo about something that she didn't hear about until I shared it with her. Here we go. So I told her about this thing here, which is something called the Pilot, which is now on Indiegogo, which is a crowdfunding campaign.
で、インディゴーゴーというとですね、クラウドファンディングの中にある、ミートパイロットというものがあります。
And this is where somebody has invented a way that you can put an earpiece in your ear and it can translate any language.
公開してくれる、耳に入れるだけで全部通訳されてしまうという機械なんです。
Simultaneously, so when I am talking to Yoshi, Yayo doesn't have to be here anymore.
もう通訳はこれがあればですね、同時に通訳してくれちゃいますので、私たち大量です。
And this, when it came on here, now has already raised $1.5 million.
すでに150万ドルを、クラウドファンディングで資金調達できているんですね。
So the guy, Andrew Occo, who came up with the idea, he came up with the idea because he found a really nice girl in France that he wanted to get to know, but she didn't speak English and he didn't speak French.
で、実はですね、アンドリュー・オーコアさんという方がその発起人なんですけれども、あるフランス人のすごい素敵な女性に出会った。だけど自分はフランス語喋れない。彼女も英語喋れない。
Do you think that's,
それで思いついた。
is that a good idea?
どうですか？これいいアイデアだなと思ったよ。
Yeah? All right, let's give Andrew a round of applause. Good idea.
アンドリューさんに拍手を。
Okay. But right now it's not out yet, so we still need Yayo right now.
でもよかった。まだね、これ完成品じゃないんで、一応私必要とされてるみたいです。
Okay, you're still in a job. Come, Yayo, come
はい、
back.
ということで、まだ仕事がある。
Okay, and Yoshi's coming up as well. Okay, and so what did I say was what would have to happen to translators in the future?
まあ、未来通訳をね、じゃあ未来はどうなるのって言ったら、まあ、それはもう自分たちの、通訳っていう仕事ではなくて経験、体験っていうのを提供していかなければならないんですよということを教えていただきました。You told me that we need to provide the language experience rather than just providing the interpretation services per se.
That's right. I said that any one of you who's in a job right now, which is a transactional job, will be out of a job.
で、通訳もそうなんですけれども、何か処理をするような仕事っていうのはどんどん機械にとって変わられてしまいますから、同じ発想をしていかなければならないんですね。
So this is what happened to travel agents.
で、それが旅行代理店にすでに起き始めています。
Before you had to call a travel agent to book your flight or your hotel.
前は旅行代理店に電話して飛行機だったり、あるいは宿泊施設を手配してましたよね。
But now technology does that, just like it will also take transactional translating from one language to another. It can do that faster and easier than using a human being.
人間を使うよりも全く同じように通訳翻訳についても機械がより人間よりも正確にやってくれるようになってしまうわけです。まさに旅行代理店でそれが起きましたよね。今は全部オンラインでパパッと手配できてしまいます。
What happened to all the travel agents is they stayed in the travel industry, but they moved from transactional to transformational.
ですから旅行代理店たちも変わっていったわけですよね。作業をこなすんではなくて変革をもたらす会社に変わっていったわけです。
So you now find them doing adventure travel, or just like this, going and creating ski experiences, or coming up with ways that they can be tour operators, where they're adding to the experience instead of just doing the transaction.
ですからただ単に、取引を成立させるような仕事ではなくて、例えば今のお話のようなスキーの体験をさせるとか冒険のツアーを考えるとか何か体験型のツアーを組み込むことによって事業を成り立たせるというわけです。
Okay, so I'm gonna change angle here because I'm gonna shift my arm as well. It's a little technique when I'm doing my little selfie video is
なので
you
自動に
share the
腕
wear.
が使えるので、こうやってうまい感じですね。
Okay.
腕を変えるんだそうです。
Now we can see everyone here as well, so I'm gonna reframe the request of needing a mentor and needing people to help with this business into a business opportunity.
それでは先ほどの元々の話に戻りまして、ニーズを、チャンスに変えていきたいと思います。
And by the way, I have 3 children, and we're all going skiing this July in France.
で実はですね、7月に子供が3人いるんですけれども、スキー旅行にフランスに行きます。
And we've always wanted to come skiing in Japan, but it was a question of when would be the right time to do it.
で日本でもぜひね、スキー行きたいなってずっと思ってたので、もうあとはね、時間の問題だと思ってたので、ようこそと。会社の
Do you have a name for your company right now?
名前決めてますか？
I say Sorawan.
空ワン。
And what does that mean?
The sky and one.
空 means sky,
Okay.
and one means number one.
Nice. Okay. And why did you call it that?
なんでそういう名前にしたんですか？
So my dog name is Sora.
ああ、ワンちゃんの名前が空さんだそうです。
So you named it after your dog.
ワンちゃんの名前を付けたってことですね。はい、なるほど。
All right. So let's take this idea of Surah 1.
では、空ワンのアイデアを。
And let's take this idea of one world, one family.
これをですね、ワンロード、ワンファミリーということで、一路一家族というふうに考えていきましょう。
And let's imagine that Yoshi has a business idea which is to give you a sports or cultural experience of Japan.
例えば日本のスポーツあるいは日本の、何かですね、体験ができるようなビジネスを、ヨシさんが提供していくというふうにしましょう。
You won't be just staying in a boring hotel.
つまんないホテルに滞在するっていうわけではないんですよと。
You'll be able to join a network of Airbnb communities within his village to begin with in Hokkaido.
地元のですね、周りの Airbnb をやってくださる方々との関わり、地元の人たちとの関わりも持って体験を得られます。
Where each of the different places you can stay is a Japanese family.
そして、日本の家族の一員としてですね、滞在することができますよと。
And when you come and stay, you're going to learn some Japanese as well as having an experience.
ただ単に日本の体験ができるだけじゃなくて、ちょっと日本語も学べちゃう。
And you're also going to help teach that Japanese family some English.
そしてあなたがお客様自身がですね、その日本の家族にも英語を教えちゃう。
And that this is going to grow to other Japanese villages around Japan.
で、この成功例がどんどん日本の村に広がっていく。
And he's also going to have groups of Airbnb families in France or in America or in England that also want to bring Japanese families in, where they can also, in their own country, learn Japanese and also teach their language.
同じように語学交換滞在をしたいフランスの家族、イギリスの家族、アメリカの家族にもこのビジネスモデルが広がっていきますよ。
Now, if you knew you could travel around the world and use Airbnb, but there were certain places you could go where you knew the family wanted to learn Japanese and would help you learn their language,
どうですかね、世界のを駆け巡ることができて、そして、Airbnb をやることでですね、その民泊を提供してくださっている方も言葉を学ぶことができ、滞在している人も現地の言葉を学ぶことができる。
so hands up who would be interested in a business like that.
そんな事業、関心がありますという方、挙手ください。
So many people would look at something like that as an experience very different from just the idea that you've got a challenge with your current village because there's no hotels.
ね、今の先ほどの話だと村に宿泊施設がないんですっていうね、そのニーズから始まりましたけども、大きなチャンスに変わってきましたよね。
And let's imagine that everybody that came onto this network would also get one of those pilots that they could use so that they already can also hear from day one exactly what their host and guest is saying.
加えて先ほどご紹介した耳のね、同時通訳機械、これを手に入れることができたとしたらば、その参加している人たちはもう初日からコミュニケーションの問題なく会話ができるわけですよね。
Would that excite you as a business?
どうですか、事業としてワクワクしてきましたか？
Can you give a round of applause first of all to Yoshi?
大きな拍手を。
Now, by the way, you also need to find a mentor.
あとメンターも必要だって言ってましたよね。
You should look for someone who already has experience internationally with both English and Japanese.
多分日本語と英語を操れる、かつグローバルな事業をすでにされている方がよろしいんじゃないですか？
Yeah? You could give someone an opportunity to be able to be involved in your business that has that kind of experience.
そういう、経験がある人にですね、あなたの事業に関われるチャンスをあなたが提供できるんですよ。
You could say, I have an opportunity for an international translator.
ということは、国際的な通訳の方にビジネスチャンスがあるんですよと提案できると、
Who had just and can you see how you become a big opportunity for the right translator, especially if they've just realized they're going to be out of a job anyway.
もう通訳に 仕事の未来はないんだと気づいた人に対してチャンスを提供できる。
And let me ask you, from your side, Yayo, would an opportunity like that be exciting to you?
Oh my God, that would explain it. I'm so thrilled.
So the key thing is, whatever your biggest
はい、ワクワク
need,
してます。
whatever your biggest need is someone else's biggest opportunity.
ということは、皆さんが今持っているニーズっていうのは、誰かにとってみればものすごいワクワクするチャンスになるってことなんですよ。
And here in this room, every one of you can connect, just like those of you watching, when you take the different things I share and you say, right, who would this be an opportunity for? There's always a link somewhere with someone that you can help.
必ずですね、こうやって今皆さんの頭の中にあるニーズっていうのを全く違う発想でですね、変換していくことによって、これが大きな周りの人たちの素晴らしい、皆さん会場にいらっしゃる方も、そしてテレビを見ている方もですね、同じように、チャンスを提供できるようになるんです。
And once you get this set up, I will make sure that I and my family are one of your first customers because we want to come skiing in Japan as well.
しかも、最初のお客様が決まりました。無茶でございます。
So can we give a big round of applause? Thank you.
では、皆さんにどうぞ拍手をお願いします。
And to say a good goodbye to everyone online, can we give them a big wave and a good big goodbye?
では、テレビを見ている方も大きく手を振って、
Bye from Japan.